So your wedding day is over. You had a blast. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. And you can't wait to see your wedding footages. So days go by and finally you got a phone call from your videographer. And he or she tells you that he has lost your wedding footages. Nightmare, right? What will you do? My name is Jeffrey Boachi Yadon from TBBN Weddings, where we love capturing love. And welcome to a new episode of TBBN Weddings Storytelling. So 7 years ago was our first year wedding anniversary. So my wife and I planned to take a 1-month trip and visit 5 countries. We decided to fly from Amsterdam to Miami and then go to Mexico, Cuba, Bahamas, and final destination would be the beautiful Jamaica. I was a beginner videographer at that time and I shot a couple of weddings during that year. I still had 3 weddings to edit, so I decided to take the footages with me on an external hard disk and try to do some work whilst we were on our trip. So I had my external hard disk and the laptop in a laptop bag. And during the whole trip, my wife was holding the laptop bag and I was carrying the luggages. So we had a wonderful anniversary trip. Beautiful countries, beautiful people, beautiful experience. You can imagine, during the whole trip, I didn't have any time to do any edits. How could I? With all these beautiful experiences, being there with my wife, I didn't have any time to do any edit. So basically, I could just have left my laptop and my external hard disk at home. So the trip was over and we were coming back home to Amsterdam. So I called up my brother to go and pick up my car and pick us up at the airport. On the day that we landed in Amsterdam, it was raining very hard. So at the airport, I picked one of the baggage carts and packed our luggages on it. We went outside, and mind you, it was raining, so I packed all the bag quickly inside of the car, jumped in, and we drove away. As soon as we got home, because I hadn't had chance to do any edit for the past month, I wanted to do some work immediately. So I asked my wife, "Babe, where's my laptop bag?" And she looked at me and said, "Huh? But I gave it to you." And I was like, "Huh? When? Where?" And she was like, "At the airport. I put it in front of the baggage cart that you were pushing." I was like, "Eh? I didn't see any laptop." And she insisted that she had put it in the baggage cart. So I thought maybe we might have left it in the car. So I ran outside and checked the whole car. No laptop bag. My heart rate went up. I got back in the house, checked everywhere. No laptop bag. At this time, my soul left my body. So I ran back outside, jumped in my car, and drove straight back to the airport. From my house to the airport is 20 minutes drive, but it felt like 2 hours. During my trip to the airport, there were a lot of things going through my mind. A lot. Crazy thoughts. Because I hadn't made any backup of the footages. So just imagine if it's gone. What will I do? Just imagine calling up a couple and telling them you have lost their wedding footages. How? Impossible. Death sentence. So I got to the airport and went straight to where we have left the baggage car. I checked all the carts, no laptop bag. So I went straight to the lost and found. When I got there, I asked them if anybody had brought in a laptop bag. They checked and they say no. When she said no, everything stopped for me. Because at that moment, I realized the laptop bag is gone. So I asked them in panic if they can please check the security camera. But they told me no, they are not able to check the security camera. I can maybe go and try at the military police, the Marachashe, because they are the one who handle all the security at the airport. So I went straight to the Marachashe and explained the whole story to them and asked them if the police can check the security camera. And they told me no. Only in emergency they can check the security camera. And I told them, yeah, but this is an emergency. And they were like, no, only if it's like a crime or something like that, then they can check the security camera. So I was down. So I went back again to the lost and found, checked there again, and they said no once again. The woman at the counter saw that I was down. I even had tears in my eyes. I ain't gonna lie to you, I have tears in my eyes. So she told me, just come back tomorrow and check again. So I drove back home. I got home. My wife asked me if I had found it. I said no. She was also down. That evening, we didn't sleep. I kid you not, we didn't sleep at all. So the next morning, I jumped back in my car, driving back to the airport. While I was heading to the airport, I was getting a phone call. I checked and it was coming from Facebook. So somebody was calling me through Facebook Messenger. And at that time, most of my inquiries came through Facebook. So I thought maybe this might be a potential client who wants to book me for their wedding. And I wasn't in the mood to talk to any potential client at that moment. So I didn't pick up. But the person kept on calling and calling and calling. So out of frustration, I just picked up. And I was like, hello? And there was a lady on the other side. And she was like, hello, is this Jeffrey? And I was like, yes. And she was like, have you lost your laptop? I was like, yes, I have. And she said, oh, I have found it. I cannot describe what went through my body. Those 5 magic words. Oh, I have found it. So she told me she had found it, but it's in Ghana. It's like, what? Hold up. Jeff, hold up. Somebody have found your laptop. How it got to Ghana is none of your business. The most important thing is somebody have found your laptop and have contacted you. So she was explaining to me that the previous day, she and her husband came to the airport. They were traveling to Ghana and her husband took one of the baggage cards and they saw a laptop bag in it. They were running late, so they decided to take it with them to Ghana. So on their return, they will have time to bring it to the lost and found. Or when they get to Ghana, they will open it and check maybe if they can see for who it is and try to contact that person. And lucky for me, I never shut off my laptop. I just closed it, but I never shut it off. So when she opened it, the beginning screen, the login screen that pops up said Jeffrey Boachi Yadom. My name. And that name looked familiar to her. She realized that she was following someone on Facebook with that same name. Me. So hold up. You want to tell me that the thousands of people who goes through the airport, Schiphol, thousands of people, a fellow Ghanaian found my laptop. A fellow Ghanaian found my laptop and she's following me on Facebook as well. Now you tell me if there's no God. I'll wait. Try to convince me if there's no God. I'll wait. You can't. Because this is a miracle. This is a miracle. How? I know with God everything is possible. How? And later on, we even realized that she's going to the same church as my sister. Once again, you tell me if there's no God. I'll wait. You can't. And lucky for me, my father-in-law was also in Ghana at that time. I think it was like 3 days before he was coming back. So I arranged a meeting between them. And he went there and picked up the laptop and brought it to me. Until this day, that woman, she is saved in my phone as Savior. Because she saved me. I know God did, but through her, she saved me. She can call me anytime she wants. I'm there for her. She saved me. But yeah, that was a blessing, but also a lesson. Because since that day, anytime I come back from shooting a wedding, I make sure I make a backup of a backup of a backup of a backup and also put it in the cloud. So for the upcoming videographers and also photographers, don't be like 7 years ago, Jeff. Always make sure you make a backup of your footages. Always. That's the first thing that you do when you get back. Make backup. Because what will you do if you lose somebody's wedding's footages? You cannot redo it. It's gone. You can say you will give them their money back, but their footages is gone. So you see, we videographers, we have a dangerous job. You guys have to respect us. Oh. You guys have to respect us. When we mention our price, you guys should just pay us. I even remember one time when I mentioned my price to somebody and she told me, oh, video keke. Like, oh, just for video. Just for video. Okay, then use your phone to take it. If it's just for video, then, use your phone and take it. But yeah, that's another story for another time. But yeah, I want to know, what would you have done if a videographer called you and tells you he has lost your footages? Or maybe something like that has happened to you already before. What did you do? Comment below and tell us about it. And as a videographer or photographer, have you ever lost somebody's footages? And what did you do? How did you resolve it? Tell us in the comment. So yeah, like I said, there was a blessing and a lesson in one. And since that day, I realized that this is my calling. Shooting weddings is my calling. Because the way God brought back my laptop, that showed me He wants me to shoot weddings. A fellow Ghanaian, out of the thousands of people at the airport, a fellow Ghanaian who is following me on Facebook and goes to the same church as my sister, found my laptop back. Incredible. Anytime if I tell this story, I get goosebumps. Still getting goosebumps. It's crazy. God, thank you. So yeah, if you like this story, make sure you like the video and share with your family and friends. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. It's free, so make sure you subscribe. And let's push this channel forward. So once again, my name is Jeffrey Boachiyado. Until next time, peace.